So, reportedly, a foreign club can sign Erling Haaland for €200 million in 2024. And that summer, Kylian Mbappe will have 1 year to go on his PSG contract. So, play along this evening. We're going to play fantasy football, have a little bit of fun. If you had that 200 million to spend, who would you rather have, Mbappe or Haaland? 03717 223344. You can text 81089. You can tweet us at talkSPORT.KO. Tony Afoki, our producer, is in the studio alongside myself, Hugh Woozencroft, Darren Lewis, and Chris Iwelumo, the former Scotland striker, as we try to get to the bottom of this. Tony, you got strong views on this, which is why you've come to join us. Let us know what.
Listen, if you're giving me 200 million to spend on either Haaland or Mbappe,
and what club are you?
Regardless, doesn't matter. I don't think it doesn't matter.
It does matter because obviously, in terms of the way that particular team plays, I mean, you got to assume it's Manchester City.
So let's say we're Manchester City, right?
Okay.
If I'm Manchester City and I'm looking at will I keep Haaland or will I go for Mbappe? I'm going for Kylian Mbappe all day. And the reason I'm saying this is because as much as Haaland gets you goals and he gets you a ridiculous amount of goals, Mbappe just brings more. And I know people will say, oh, he's a bit of an ego. There's the ego side going of it. I don't care. Unless, for me, unless a player in the dressing room has come out and said Mbappe is a virus to our dressing room, I don't care about the rumours about his ego. I just care about what you do in the pitch. I think a good manager can manage those egos and can manage that and get the best out of Mbappe. We need to forget, this guy won the World Cup by the age of 20, right? And Haaland scores goals. But everyone's argument with Haaland is that all he can do is just score the goals. Everyone does everything else for him and he just scored the goals. Jared Boyfriend said that regardless of how many goals Haaland scores, he will never be considered as one of the best strikers in the world because that's all he does.
For Jay.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. What is the job of a striker? What are they going to get judged on?
Well, this is what I said. I agree with you in that sense.
Well, but you obviously don't.
No, but what I'm saying is that Mbappe brings you more. Mbappe brings you more than just scoring goals, and he can score the same amount of goals that Haaland's scoring.
It is the same argument with Harry Kane. Harry Kane, for me, is a more rounded footballer than Haaland, but Haaland is an out and out goal scorer. In a Man City side that has probably 6-7 players behind them that can all play, can all move the ball with movement. I understand what you're saying, but Mbappe, as well as scoring goals, because I'm looking at his stats and they're ridiculous. But as a manager, the politics, his demeanour, his body language, his power in the dressing room, his baggage, that's what you have to look at as well. Because if you bring someone in, and as we're seeing, it's very evident now at PSG that he is that character that can cause disruption.
But whose fault is that? We never said this. No. We never said this about Kylian Mbappe before PSG gave him the keys to the franchise. We never said this. When he was winning the World Cup with France, no one ever said, Mbappe...
Ooh, I don't know. There was talk about him not getting on with players in the France dressing room.
But they won the World Cup and he didn't get dropped and he was one of the best players in that France team.
Absolutely yes. But all I'm saying, from my point of view, is I think that one of the key things, and again, I defer to you on this, but there is having a collection of good players in a dressing room. And then there's having a good team spirit in a dressing room. And with a good team spirit, you win more than one trophy. With a good collection of good players, you might win one, but how long is that tinderbox going to last before it explodes and the fallout is all over the place? I love Mbappe. We are talking about two elite players. So if you opt for one, it doesn't mean the other one isn't any good. They're both magnificent footballers. And we all know that Mbappe is having the season of his life. And he's not even playing at the moment in a position that he wants to play because he wants to play off the left, and that's why he's unhappy with PSG. But I think as far as Haaland is concerned, there's so much less baggage. He just gets on with the game.
So are we only picking Haaland over because of baggage?
Also because of the numbers. I mean, he's the leading scorer in the Champions League after 22 games, and he takes that figure from Haaland, who was ripping it up before him, and he's gone to another level. He is posting numbers... Sorry, he takes that figure from Mbappe, I should say, and he is moving to another level. And so I think even if you were to go on the numbers, people saying Kane can do what Haaland's doing. How many games has it taken Haaland to score 3 hat-tricks in the Premier League? And how many did it take the others? The nearest, after his was 8 games, Owen's was 48 games. Kane, again, we all respect Kane, but he hasn't posted numbers like Haaland is posting at the moment.
I also have to say, before Mbappe was given the keys to the franchise, as you say, Christophe Dugarry had real concerns of Mbappe, saying that I feel that things could quickly turn bad, because he came out with comments if he's like you say, he's playing out of position, or he was coming off the bench, and he would come out immediately after the team had won, and basically say that the coach was wrong. Now, this is before, we all know the quality that he's got, we all know the numbers all add up, but to have that about you, that character to come out, that is an issue.
Do you know what I find interesting? I said, let's play fantasy football, and we started playing fantasy sporting director, and it all came down to what's the character of the lad? What's it really like?
But all managers, way back in the day, have to look at the temperament of the player, Hugh. When they come into a dressing room, like you say, the team unity, is he good for team spirit? What is he like away from the football pitch? He might have the quality on it. Like, there's some fantastic players out there that managers have done their background research and thought, you know what, it's too much to take on. And I feel that Mbappe, no matter that he has the world-class quality that he has, I just feel that Haaland, I think with the numbers, he's all about the goals. I don't think he cares that he has eight touches and scores 2 goals, 9 touches, he scores a hat-trick. I think he's an absolute manager's delight and dream. 100%. And you can see with the way that Man City players, I've had the pleasure of doing a couple of the games for the talkSPORT network this season, and they all love playing with him. They all want him to play. When they should be shooting themselves, they're trying to set this guy so he scores. It says so much, and I just don't feel that Mbappe, as much of the quality that he brings, would have that reaction.
Mbappe's problem is no one ever says no to him. No one ever. He gets whatever he wants whenever he wants it. And to a certain extent, rightly so, he's a magnificent footballer. But when you are playing as a team, sometimes you have to take one for the team. And he doesn't like taking one for the team. I listen, I know there's a goal gone into it.
Yeah. The hand that I'm holding in your face means stop talking,
We've only been doing this for about 3 years.
Kick-off with Hugh Woozencroft. Tuesday to Thursday night, 7 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.